Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to the session. I hope I am clearly live and audible to all of you. So welcome to the second part of the mixture allegation average module. Today we'll take up the second session, mixtures and allegation. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe to the Unacademy CAT-alyst channel and you'll find very useful videos live recorded, and every day you get to see new content on this channel. So on your CAT preparation, you can definitely get a lot of help from this channel. So do subscribe if you are new to the channel and like the video, share it with your friends as well. So let us begin. Mixtures and allegation. So yesterday in the session we discussed what is average, how do you look at the concept of average, what are the different ways to calculate average, then the concept of allegation applied in average, and then we did question. Okay, so today we'll continue this, but on the context of mixtures and some other applications like allegation in profit loss, allegations in simple loss, like simple and compound interest, allegation in percentage. So in that context, how is allegation applied? We'll try and see that this session. Now this is a brief introduction of my profile. You can get all the details in the description of the video, my profile link and everything. So you can join me for my special classes on the Unacademy platform. The special classes free होते हैं, so without any subscription you can watch. You can use this code to unlock all the special classes for free. Now my special classes timings 11 p.m. every night. So every day at 11 p.m. we have our special classes. So you can join me Quants LRDI, two areas I cover. So 11 p.m. every day. Uh, you can join me for my special classes. Use the links given in the description of the video. Now this is a limited time offer, and today is the last date, January 18th, last date तक था. So you can use my code and avail a 25% discount. So very good opportunity for all of you. Usually there's a 10% discount, but this is a limited period offer where on 12 months and above ka plus and iconic subscription, you get a 25% discount. Okay, so if you have any subscription plans, do take it today because the offer is going to end very soon. Now very happy to announce these results with you. CAT 2022 बहुत अच्छा result हुआ इस बार अनअकैडमी का. 75 plus 99 percentilers, 110 plus 98 percentilers. So excellent results this time. So hope to see your names in the future list for 2023. So stay motivated, take inspiration from all of them. If they could do it, you can also do it, and start working hard on your journey. Okay, if you believe you can do it and you put in sincere efforts, this is not impossible. Everyone can do this. देन अनअकैडमी का स्कॉलरशिप टेस्ट था जो कि जनवरी 29th को अगेन होगा. जनवरी 15 वी हैड द लास्ट टेस्ट. 29th को again we'll have the scholarship test, and if you give the scholarship and you get between 1 to 100 ka rank, minimum 20% scholarship is what you can get. You can get maximum up to 100% discount. So do register for the scholarship using my code. Registration for the scholarship test is free. 1 घंटे का टेस्ट है, so do give the test. If you have plans of taking a subscription, do give the test and then see कितना आ रहा है तुम्हारा scholarship में, and then accordingly purchase it. ठीक है. Alright, last information before we begin with the questions today. So this is the arithmetic course that I have recently launched. Full arithmetic coverage will be done using this, and in this course I'll be doing 1500 plus questions. I'll be taking up 1500 plus questions in 39 sessions and 3 quizzes. So total 39 sessions arithmetic ka hi hoga, and 1500 plus questions only on arithmetic will be covering. And we'll have 4 sessions per week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. So those of you who are planning to start your CAT preparation and you want to start with arithmetic, because arithmetic is the most convenient section to start with, easy to understand, maximum priority, most number of questions, and you always should start with this topic. So you can join me in my course, and nothing else do you need beyond this 1500 plus questions. So इतना कर लोगे तो that is more than sufficient. You don't need any extra book or anything. Okay. All right then. Welcome everyone. Those of you are attending live. Good afternoon, and let's begin. So yesterday we did from question number 1 to 5, average and allegation wala class mein. Let us continue with this, and this time these are mixture questions, and how do we apply allegation in? Now always remember, when you apply allegation to mixture like question, just you have to keep one simple fact in your mind, that compare the concentration of any one entity on both sides. Just इतना simple सा fact mind में रखना है. Compare the concentration of any one entity on both sides. Now when we talk about mixture, fundamentally mixture means it's a mix of two things, maybe more things, like 3 or 4 or 5 ऐसा होगा. So when I am comparing or when I am like applying allegation, so what you do is you take any one entity. जैसे यहाँ पे spirit and water है, so either you take spirit and solve the entire question, or you take water and solve the entire question. But you take spirit on both sides and compare, or you take water on both sides and compare. Just उतना ही simple चीज mind में रखना. देखो कैसे होता है. There are two vessels. So vessel 1 is added to vessel 2. Vessel 1 contains spirit and water in the ratio spirit is 1 by 4. क्योंकि vessel 1 में spirit and water is in the ratio 1:3. That means total 4 parts में से spirit is 1 by 4. And in the second vessel spirit is like 3 by 8. So when I combine both the vessels, I'll get an overall concentration in between 1 by 4 and 3 by 8. The second vessel में 3 by 5, so 8 parts से 3 parts. So in what ratio should they be mixed, such that you get a new mixture where the ratio of spirit to water is 1:2. That means overall spirit का concentration is 1 by 3. Just take this 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4. This is 1 by 12. And then 1 by 3 minus 3 by 8. So 24 अगर करोगे ये 9 by 24, 8 by 24. So this is 1 by 24. So interchange हो जाता है 1 by 24 is to 1 by 12. Or if you multiply 24, I get 1:2. Directly this gives me the answer. So both the vessels, vessel 1 to vessel 2, must be mixed in the ratio 1:2. Quite simple question. Very simple question. And मैंने यहाँ पे क्या किया? I have taken spirit and solved this. What if you want to take water and solve? मान लो तुम बोलोगे नहीं, what if I compare the concentration of water on both? So instead of 1 by 4, I can take 3 by 4. 1 by 4 is spirit, 3 by 4 is water. Instead of 3 by 8, I can take water as 5 by 8. And instead of 1 by 3, I can take it as 2 by 3. But then you measure the gap, it is still the same. 2 by 3 minus 3 by 4. It is again 1 by 12. And 2 by 3 minus 5 by 8 is again 1 by 24. So anyways, the ratio remains constant. But just keep this simple fact, because this is where most people will do mistakes. Compare the concentration of any one entity. Just fix कर लो mind में मैं किसको लेके solve करूँ. या तो I'll take spirit on both sides and I'll solve, or I'll take water on both sides and I'll solve. I'll get the same answer either ways. So it doesn't matter तुम क्या ले रहे हो क्या नहीं ले रहे हो. Just take any one. Sometimes what people do is they take spirit on one side and then compare it with water on the other side. So that will create confusion, and फिर वहाँ पे just that simple fact you keep in mind. Else everything is as simple as that. जैसे allegation का था, typical design. 5 parts in an allegation problem I explained last session. Any 4 parts should be given. You will have to find the remaining part. That is the typical design of allegation. Out of 5, any 4 would be given. Find the remaining part. ठीक है? तो ये question भी exactly वैसे ही है. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Two types of oils having the rates of rupees 4 per kg and rupees 5 per kg are mixed in order to produce a mixture having rate rupees 4.6 per kg. So again, context of allegation. On one side I have type 1 of oil, which is rupees 4 per kg, and on the other side I have rupees 5 per kg. So obviously when I'll mix these two, I'll get an overall mixture whose price is in between 4 and 5. And वही question में बोल रहा है, it is 4.6. So in what ratio you could have mixed them? So this gap is like 0.6 and this gap is like 0.4. So interchanged. 0.4 is to 0.6 or 2 is to 3. So you should mix them in the ratio 2 is to 3. So what should be the amount of the second type of oil if the amount of the first type of oil is 40 kg? So if 2 corresponds to 40 kg, then 3 will correspond to 60 kg. Because 2 is to 3 ratio you have to add. If 2 corresponds to 40 kg, if type 1 is 40 kg, that is 2 parts, so 3 parts will be how much? 60 kg. Correct, Harshit, correct. Makes sense now? Quite easy and very simple question to deal with. Just initially it takes time to understand the principle of alligation, because alligation, a सबसे important part is not to solve it but to put the values carefully in the alligation diagram. That takes a lot of understanding. Solving is very easy, and especially the way I am putting it, line diagram, if you solve, it involves lesser calculation. Books में थोड़ा अलग वे में दिखाएगा diagram, meaning दोनों का same ही है, but if you draw in this form, just a little bit of calculation only. But the challenging part is to read the question, decode it, and put the values carefully in the right place. Okay, let us see this. How many kilograms of sugar worth rupees 3.6 per kg should be mixed with 8 kg of sugar worth rupees 4.2 per kg? So basically I am adding two types of sugar. On one side it is rupees 3.6 per kg, and on the other side it is rupees 4.2 per kg. When I mix them, I should get a mixture whose cost is between 3.6 and 4.2. But you get a mixture जिसका selling price दिया है. So understand that you cannot write the selling price as 4.4 here. No. You cannot write 4.4 at this place, because when I'm adding, so the two different types of mixtures that are given, जो sugar दिया है, दोनों का cost price दिया है. So मैं जब दोनों को mix करूंगा, I'll get the overall cost price. I will never get the overall selling price, because 3.6 and 4.2 are costs. So when you add, you will get an overall cost price. Now, because selling price of the mixture is given and the gain is 10%, so from this I can calculate the cost price. The selling price into 100 by 100 plus profit percentage. So that gives you rupees 4 per kg. This is the cost price of the mixture, and that is what you will write here. Rupees 4 per kg. So this gap is 0.4 and this gap is 0.2. So alligation method gets interchanged. So 0.2 is to 0.4, or you get 1 is to 2. That means I should add the two varieties of sugar in the ratio 1 is to 2. So how many kilograms of sugar should be mixed with 8 kg? So this is given as 8 kg and this is asked how much. So if 2 corresponds to 8 kg, so 1 will correspond to how much? 4 kg, and that is the answer. ठीक है, 4 kg आएगा. तो यहाँ पे जो 4.4 दिया था, that is the overall selling price. Always keep in mind that when you are adding two things, you get the overall cost price. So if at all selling price is given, then maybe profit or loss percentage will be like mentioned after that. Use that to calculate the overall cost price and then put it in the middle. Okay. Okay. Hope this is making sense. People attending this live, do like the session if you haven't liked the session yet. So let us see this one. इसका कितना आंसर आएगा बताओ? Again, it's a mixture of wine and water. तो डिसाइड कर लेते हैं क्या लेके सॉल्व करेंगे. So there's a mixture of 125 gallons. Gallon means it's a unit of measurement. 125 gallons of wine and water which contains 20% water. How much water must be added in order to increase the percentage of water to 25%? तो मान लो मैं ये total question water लेके solve करता हूँ. So I have the mixture on one side and to this I am adding water on the other side. In water content is 100% because water में तो only water है तो 100%. But in the mixture it has only 20% water. So obviously when I add these two, my concentration of water will go up. कितना ऊपर गया ना? Overall water has become 25% in the new mix. So in what ratio you could have added this? So this gap is 5 and this gap is 75. So interchange, okay, this becomes 75 is to 5 or 15 is to 1. So 15 is to 1 is the ratio of quantity. So if 15 corresponds to 125 gallons, if 15 corresponds to 125 gallons, so this 1 will correspond to what? 125 by 15, you get 8.33 gallons. Simple questions. Yes or no? मैंने यहाँ पे वाटर लेके सॉल्व किया. तुम ये पूरा क्वेश्चन को वाइन में भी सॉल्व कर सकते हो. Because if the mixture has 20% water, it will have 80% wine. If water has 100% water, it will have 0% wine. And if overall mixture has 25% water, so it will have 75% wine. But you still look at the gap, it is still the same. वही 5 and वही 75 है. But yellow one was taking water and solving and red one is taking wine and solving. But either ways, you'll get the same answer. Just make sure that you don't mix it up. Compare the concentration of any one entity on both sides. That is the most important thing to note in this case. बाकी तो principle of allegation. ठीक है? Hope this is easy. Now let's take a look at how allegation is applied to different chapters. In this case, Ravi lends 3,600 on simple interest to Harsh for a period of 5 years. He lends a part of the amount at 4% interest and the rest at 6% and receives 960 as the amount of interest in 5 years. So how much does Ravi receive in overall? 3,600 rupees उसने principal दिया था. Interest received is 960 in 5 years. So if you calculate ERR, overall return उसको कितना मिला? 960 on 3,600 into 100. So 6,160. So you get 80 by 3%. So you get 80 by 3% return in 5 years. That means overall it is 16 by 3% per year. इतना कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. 5 साल में 80 by 3% सिंपल इंटरेस्ट है तो पर ईयर आ रहा है 16 by 3%. Now apply allegation. One part of the money he is lending at 4%, the other part he is lending at 6%, whereas overall he is getting 16 by 3%. So now apply allegation. देखो although ये simple interest का टॉपिक है, यहाँ पे कैसे allegation अप्लाई हो रहा है? This is 4 by 3 and this is 2 by 3. So you get 2 by 3 is to 4 by 3 or 1 is to 2. I found out the ratio, but ratio of what? ये किसका रेशियो निकला? The ratio of the principal. So total principal is 3,600. अगर 1:2 रेशियो में ब्रेक करोगे, so here 1,200 and here it is 2,400. Now you might ask, हमें कैसे पता चलेगा नीचे जो रेशियो है वो प्रिंसिपल का रेशियो है? Now it depends on तुम ऊपर क्या लिए हो. On the top, I have taken rate of interest. So it is interest upon principal into 100. तो वॉट एवर कम्स इन द डिनोमिनेटर उसी का ही रेशियो आएगा जो डिनोमिनेटर में होगा. यू टेक ऑल एग्जाम्पल्स वी हैव सॉल्व सो फार. एवरेज, जब क्लास एवरेज का कंप्यूटेशन कर रहे थे, क्लास एवरेज हाउ इज इट कैलकुलेटेड? टोटल मार्क्स बाय टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. तो जो रेशियो आ रहा था नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स का आ रहा था. इन दीज काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन जो नीचे आ रहा था क्या आ रहा था? सपोज मैं वाटर का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ले रहा हूँ, अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर बाय अमाउंट ऑफ मिक्सचर, तो नीचे जो रेशियो आएगा मिक्सचर का क्वांटिटी रेशियो आ रहा है. तो वॉट एवर कम्स इन द डिनोमिनेटर उसी का ही रेशियो आएगा. And although it's a SICI question, we could apply alligation. So alligation is a technique which will be used across chapters. It's not necessarily that ये एक ही chapter से confined है. Yeah, predominantly mixture questions will try and solve using alligation, but alligation can also be applied to other areas. Let us see this one. Profit, loss and discount. A man purchased a cow and a calf for 1300. Total cost price is 1300. He sold the calf at a 20% profit and the cow at a 25% profit. So his overall profit should be between 20 and 25, which is given here as 23 whole 1 by 13%. Now what is this gap? 3 whole 1 by 13, whereas this gap is 1 whole 12 by 13. So interchange हो जाता है. So 25 by 13 is to 40 by 13, or you get 5 is to 8. जो 5 is to 8 आया किसका रेशियो है? रेशियो ऑफ द cost prices. Why cost prices? Because on the top you have taken profit percentage. This is profit percentage. How do you calculate profit percentage? It is profit on cost price into 100. तो जो भी डिनोमिनेटर में आएगा उसी का ही रेशियो आएगा. Like said, so 5 is to 8 will be the ratio of cost prices. Total cost price is 1300. So calf का cost price will be 500, whereas cow का cost price is 800. So if that is the case, question is asking find the cost price of the cow. So 800. Look at how simply you can solve. Now you can solve this normally using profit loss discount method also. No problem in that. But if you apply allegation, it becomes so easy. Well, calculation is minimized, time you will save a lot, and your understanding of the question develops. So very useful technique, and it comes in very handy in the exam. Allegation अगर अच्छे से समझे होगे, so very useful in the exam scenario. If you have missed the previous session, yesterday I only took average and allegation where we introduced the concept of allegation. What is allegation? How is it designed? Why does it get interchanged? All these reasons we have discussed in the previous session, so do watch. Okay? Alright, let's see this. The average salary per head of all the employees is 600. The average salary of 120 officers is 4000. And the average salary of the rest of the employees is 560. So again I said the most challenging part is not solving allegation, but like to draw the diagram and put the values properly. So rest of the employees on one side and officers on the other side. So I see that rest of the employees the average is 560. Officers their average is 4000. But my overall average of all the employees is 600. So what is this gap? This is 40, whereas this is 3400. So 3400 is to 40. So it is like 1. 85 is to 1. तो जो 85 is to 1 है ये किसका रेशियो है? रेशियो तो आ गया. It is the ratio of the number of employees. Because the salary जब तुम calculate करोगे average salary, total salary divided by total number of employees. When you are calculating this average, this is like total salary divided by total number of employees. Total salary by total number of employees. Now come back to the question. If 1 corresponds to 120 in this case, there are 120 officers. 85 will correspond to how much? 85 into 120. So it is like 10,200. The question is saying what are the total number of workers in the company? And total workers, if you calculate 10200 plus 120 officers, so 10320. These questions will become a cakewalk. And कितना minimal calculation समझ रहे मतलब देख पा रहे हो? So much minimal calculation. Just take the difference. Overall sense of like one challenging part could be this also, that because we are in allegation class तो एक तरह से पता भी है कि हाँ चलो यहाँ पे हम allegation use करेंगे. But in general when we are solving and randomly you see a question, how do you sense that allegation is going to be applied in this? So whenever you are getting two things and उसका एक overall आ रहा है तब जाके एलिगेशन आएगा. यहाँ पे जैसे दो टाइप का सैलरी देन ओवरऑल सैलरी, दो टाइप का प्रॉफिट ओवरऑल प्रॉफिट, टू टाइप्स ऑफ रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ओवरऑल रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, two types of concentration overall concentration. Whenever you see design of questions in this manner, allegation is going to be applied. This one is interesting. Let's take a look at this one. A dishonest milkman purchased milk at rupees 10 per liter. Cost price of milk per liter. So by adding water he brought down the cost price. Think about this. Overall cost price of the mixture is 8. Milk ka cost price is 10. And what will I take as the cost price of water? 0. It is not mentioned but water free of cost है, इसीलिए तो ऐड कर रहा है वो. ₹10 is your milk, water का cost पानी तो free है, overall 8 आ रहा है. So this is not mentioned in the question that water will be 0, but you will have to assume this. तो ये आता है 8 and this is 2. So you will mix it in the ratio 2:8 or 1:4. And ये 1:4 क्या है? Ratio of quantity. Now 1 corresponds to 5 liters because we know वो 5 liter water add किया है. So 4 will correspond to 20 liters in that case. So quantity of the amount of the mixture that he has, तो कितना हो जाएगा? 25 liters. क्योंकि 20 liters में वो 5 liter ऐड कर लिया तो मिक्सचर उसके पास हो गया 25 liter. Okay. Hope this is making sense. Very simple, very easy also. But you will have to think of it in this way that if he is adding water, cost price of water unless mentioned will take it as 0. कभी कभार mention भी कर देता है cost price of water, but unless it is mentioned, we'll take it as 0. Alright, let us see this. In what ratio should two qualities of coffee powder having the rates 47 and 32 be mixed in order to get a mixture that would have a rate of 37? A pretty direct question this one is. There are two types of coffee. First I have 47 per kg and then I have rupees 32 per kg. I'll mix them in such a way that I should have rupees 37 per kg. So in what ratio you should mix them? Just take the difference. This gap is 10 and this gap is 5. So 5:10 or 1:. This is the ratio of quantity क्योंकि ऊपर तुम क्या लिए हो पैरामीटर प्राइस पर केजी पर क्वांटिटी तो डिनोमिनेटर में क्वांटिटी है तो रेशियो ऑफ क्वांटिटी एंड दिस इज योर आंसर डायरेक्टली 1:2. Quite simple questions these are. Just you need to understand the principle of allegation, then it will be so easy. And once you are solving 20-30 questions, उसके बाद कभी दिक्कत आएगा ही नहीं allegation, and you will find the thinking process becomes simpler. Your ability to apply it in different contexts that again develops. So that will only come through practice. वो जो problem solving experience is something which has no replacement. No matter how many sessions you attend, how many classes you do, but खुद बैठ के question के बारे में सोचना पड़ता है, solve करना पड़ता है. You will be stuck in questions a lot of times, but you have to go through that process. and it's a good thing. If you are getting stuck, at least you are trying, you are thinking, and so that will eventually help you grow. But if you don't try, then so there is no growth. Let's see this one. This is quite interesting. Total amount is like rupees 36.90, which is like 36 into 100 plus 90, 3690 paise. And total number of coins is 90. So 3690 divided by 90, I get 41 paisa per coin, average denomination. So on one side I have 20 paisa coin, and on the other side I have 51 paisa coins, and overall यहाँ पे 41 पैसा तुम्हारा आ रहा है. So in what ratio the coins must be there? This is like 21 and this is 9. So 9 is to 21 or 3 is to 7. So in 90 ko if you break it as 3 is to 7, so it is 27 and 63. 27, 63. So how many 20 paisa coins are there? 27. तो चलो मैं दो डिनोमिनेशन का कॉइन ऐड कर रहा हूँ, एक साइड पे 20 पैसा, एक साइड में 50 पैसा, तो मेरा एवरेज डिनोमिनेशन इज बिटवीन 20 एंड 50. तो हाउ डू आई गेट एवरेज डिनोमिनेशन? टोटल अमाउंट मेरे पास है 36.90 रुपीज, विच इज 3690 पैसे, मेड अप ऑफ 90 कॉइन्स. तो पर कॉइन का एवरेज डिनोमिनेशन आ रहा है 41 पैसे. बस हो गया अपना एलिगेशन अरेंजमेंट. होप दिस मेक सेंस. So you see, allegation is applied in mixtures, profit loss discount, SICI, every area. And these are not very difficult questions. These are very simple standard questions that I have taken to help you understand the concept better. Gradually we'll switch to different questions. But जो लोग अभी start कर रहे हो, do not take too much pressure of solving difficult questions. First enjoy the chapter. समझो, look at how the principle works. Okay, what are the different aspects to this particular topic and concept. And then gradually you switch gears. So hope all of you understood these questions. Quick announcement on Champions Batch for CAT 2023, January 18th. आज से start होगा ये. And these are the USPs of the batch. And then a repeaters batch January 16th से start हुआ था. So those of you who want to join a batch, you need a plus or an iconic subscription. So if you subscribe today, you can get a 25% discount directly. Don't forget to use my code DASLIFE. You'll get a 25% discount directly. And ये GDPI batch है. For the CAT 2022 aspirants, those of you have got calls, ये उनके लिए batch है, GDPI batch. So depending on your requirement, you can take Unacademy Plus or an iconic subscription and accordingly decide which one you want to take. This is the Unacademy test series. Offer अभी 999 पे चल रहा है. These are the features that you are going to get. 10 full-length mock tests, 4 tests on OMTs, 25 sectional mock tests, and 25,000 questions practice ka pool of questions. 25,000 questions. It's a very good offer. 999 you get so many things. Even if you don't have a subscription, you can take this and start practicing. So that is it from my end for this session. Thank you all for joining. Hope you guys got some insights about mixtures and alligation, and we'll meet again tomorrow in yet another session. Till then, keep solving, keep practicing, and thank you. Bye bye.